Hey family, here we are again, another wonderful episode of Guitkits coming at you. I'm the Guitkit. I got some things to say about guitars, particularly one guitar, which was my first real nice electric guitar. Remember that first guitar that you got? You kind of, your first vintage guitar, your first guitar that you really, really like. I got this guitar. My mom gave it to me as a present for my 18th birthday. Man, it was a great birthday, man. 1960 Gretsch Clipper. I don't really know if it was like a special order kind of thing with because I know most Gretsch clippers from that era like a black pickguard, but I think that might have been like later on in the 60s because mine has like the standard gray one. Let me flip you around and show you what I'm talking about, people. We're going to get to this case in a second. Let's take a look at the... Oh, there it is, folks. Oh my God. What a gorgeous guitar. What a beautiful smell. What a familiar smell. Isn't that great? Smell of an old friend. The only thing that I've really done to this guitar was I replaced the tuners, which were not original. It had on it like some Grover Deluxe tuners, and they just were garbage. So we got a nice set of Clusen. You know what I'm saying? I got them from the Guitar Emporium from this guy. I think his name was Bill. This is in the mid-90s from Long Branch. These I also put on there many moons ago. It had like one Fender and one Gibson type. So I just got some Gretsch ones. Originally, they supposedly had like a plastic little knob here, and I actually have a whole bunch of them. But for some reason, they don't fit in there. This hole's like too small. So you know what? I really honestly think, for several reasons, that this guitar was like a custom model. And the first reason is that the Gretsch Clipper generally came with a black pickguard, and it generally had a wooden bridge. This has like a gray pickguard, which seems to be original to the guitar, and it has a tune-o-matic bridge. And I've seen a couple of these on different, Gretsches and Gretsch Clippers. And they look, to be identical from, around 1960, like this guitar. And also, take a look here at the label. It does not have 6186. It has nothing. It's blank. Model number blank. And just a serial number. You know what I'm saying? There's no sign of ever any kind of, you know what I mean? Maybe there is there. Let me see if I can get it better. 6186, so you can see it. See that? Very, very faintly. Look at that. I never shined my phone on it. I always thought it was blank. So look at that. 6186. That's the Gretsch Clipper. Okay. So, I don't know. Maybe I just proved myself wrong by filming this vlog. Who knows? I don't even know what I'm talking about. This knob here has been replaced also. And you know why? It's a little bit different. This one has like it's like got the flat head. Let's see if I get in there. And this guy's got like a later 60s sort of, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. No big deal. You know what I mean? Just keep it calm, man. Let's not get all bent out of shape. So, this is the Gretsch Clipper. It's a 1960. I love this guitar. I got it for my 18th birthday. You know what I mean? Let me give a little bit. Now, my boy Swang, he had like a real important gig, and I lent him to him to play at this real important gig that he had. And he asked for it, and he broke this. This is like inlaid. I put some glue in there. There's some Elmer's glue, and I put some Sharpie, yellow Sharpie, and some Elmer's glue. I was like 19, that happened 20 years old, something like that. The battle scars. That's why I got the case. You know what I mean? That's why I sought out the case. So let's take a little walk down memory lane, folks. This dude's magazine in his room. This is an anniversary model from 1962, right? And see, it's got the same exact body shape as my Clipper. You know what I mean? Only it's got the volume knob and a selector switch and a Filtertron pickup, just like mine. And see, look, it's got the tune-o-matic bridge, and it's got a gray pickguard. Now, some anniversary models, most of them, had a gold pickguard. So word up, man. I'm telling you, man, there's all kinds of variations. There's Bobby G on his 18th birthday. On is the day he got his little Gretsch, man, outside in his backyard playing of his little 10-watt amp. This is my arsenal at that time, man. The old and the new. Goodbye Epiphone, hello Gretsch, you know what I mean? My boy Tom Paffer with his stepfather's 72 Telecaster, man. Remember, we overhauled that guitar. That was one of the first, like, real expensive guitars that we took apart, you know what I mean? We were just like, we had to take it to, like, a music shop to have the dude adjust the truss rod. We were just too nervous. Here I am recording my bedroom with old bass mark. There's a Carvin bass. We miss the old Carvone. Who knows what the hell happened to that bass, man? Here I am now in my old bed in the bedroom, man. I was recording a song with bass mark, man. Old Bass Williams. Here he is on the bubblegum bass. It's over at my friend Pafford's house. Bill Gillingham, the late Mark Walsh. This is a color one, man. Ooh, look at that. There's a Carvin bass. Made out of koi wood, dude. And here I'm back at home, tooling around on it, the family piano in the background. This is my little Beatle bass in the back. College, got a cigarette in the mouth, you know what I mean? I gotta be cool, man. I'm a cool guy. There's an artistic pose, man. I had a photography class, you know what I'm saying? Bass Mark freaking backer. Bass Mark took this picture, actually. Good job, Bass Mark. You're an artistic motherfucker. Yeah, you wouldn't know it, man. There's my little bass mark. He always loved playing this bass. I mean, this guitar. He loved it, man. Every time we jammed out and he played the guitar, he would always pick up the Gretsch, man. He was a classy guy, bass mark, what can I say? There he is, man. This is one of the first Fire Axe Brothers recording sessions. There's the great Swang, man. There he is, my high school best friend, man. Swang was the one who I just showed you who knocked that piece off on his big day, man. So you know what I mean? A damage that will live in eternity. So let's talk about this case, man. Let's get on the case about the case. Let me get seated for this one. All right. So after my man Swang, around about 1999, I say 98, something like that, played that gig. You know, I started saying, hey, I shouldn't be having a nice guitar like this in a gig bag, right? I should get a case for it, like a case that'll protect it. Because you know what I mean, it's a nice guitar, you know? So I had my eye open, you know. I was working at this job in an employment agency in Freehold, New Jersey. And the owner of the building where I was on Route 9, but the owner of the building, he had a bicycle museum out on the main drag in Freehold. And I had to go there sometimes to pay the rent, right? And there was a dude, I don't think it was the owner, I think it was some dude that worked there who, like, when I went there one day, he had like these two old bikes that are all dirty. And he had a whole pile of old National Geographic magazines and paper and stuff. You know what I mean? I like that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? I'm not too big on the bikes, you know what I mean? But he was real excited about these bikes, you know what I mean? I was like, where'd you get all that stuff from, man? You know what I mean? Because I like the paper, right? So he's like, there's a guy down the street just throwing his stuff away, man. He's like a pack rat. He's got all kinds of stuff. You should go down there if you're a pack rat too. And I was like, yeah, I'm definitely a pack rat, you know what I'm saying? So I went down there, right? And you know what I mean? I seen this big pile of garbage. And I started picking through it, and I see this dude walking down, you know what I mean, the way. There's a pile of garbage in his hand. I was embarrassed, you know what I mean? Dude, like, caught me out picking his trash, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Right in his face, you know what I mean? So I was like, wow, you know what I mean? And I told him I was at the bike museum, and that dude had the Schwinn and the other bike, you know, and blah, blah, blah. I just made small talk. And he's like, oh, I got all kinds of stuff to throw away. What do you like? I said, I like musical stuff, you know what I mean? I like paper, I like magazines, you know. He's like, oh, I got all kinds of stuff. So I went back, you know what I mean, in the back with him there, and he had all kinds of stuff, man. One of the first things I seen that caught my eye, because I had a little drum kit at the time. I had no hi-hat, man. I seen this on the floor, man. It's an old 60s hi-hat, man. And it's got like a, leather, a rotten old, you see this, let me see here, a little rotten old leather sort of drive belt there, man. See that? This is Slingerland. This dude, you know what I mean, said he played drums in some band. And I said, I'll take that, you know what I mean. It had no china on it, but it was a start, you know what I mean. It was a little fucked up, but whatever, you know what I'm saying. And then I seen the case, right? And I was like, ooh, is there a guitar in that case, right? And he's like, no, man. He's like, ain't no guitar in that case. It's a piece of shit. He said, this case, I got a case and a guitar in 1970 from a biker dude. He said he started biking because of that movie Easy Rider, and he met some dude from Hazlitt. He said, and he owed him money. So the biker dude said, I'll give you this guitar in lieu of the money. He's like, oh, you know what I mean? That sounds like a deal, right? It looked like a nice deal. But he got it home, he said, and the handle fell off. It was like, you know, the first thing. So the case was totally useless. You can't go around lugging his case around with no handle, right? You know what I mean? So it was totally out of case. So he's like just walking around with the guitar, is what he said. And he said that they found out the guitar's neck was cracked, and the more he played, the neck started breaking in half, and the guitar was totally fucked. He said, you know what I mean? I said, oh, poor dude. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But it was empty. You know, I took it. You know what I mean? This and this were like $10, right? And then, you know what I mean? I said, that's cool, man. I went and I put the Gretsch in there, and I forgot all about it. I remember the dude when I left. He said his name was Vince. Is what he said, man. I never really thought much about it. Now on my way out, I seen in his garbage, I seen this briefcase, right, with this handle on it, and I was like, oh, maybe I can take this handle off, somehow put this little rig it up, paint it black, put it on the case. You know what I mean? Because he had told me in the mid '70s, you know what I mean. He decided to start, using the case. You know what I mean, for the guitar. Or for another guitar or whatever, and he made this himself. You know what I mean? This little wire thing, he said. He said this was like right before, you know what I mean, he stopped playing guitar in the mid-'70s, he told me. You know what I mean? He said, anyway, whatever, man. Now, you see the name Mike Budd, too, on here, man. I don't know if that's the biker dude, but he like, wrote his name in black or something. I don't know, man. Or maybe wrote another color and the dude X'd it out. So I got that. In a suitcase, I got this. I gave the guy $10. His name was Vince. Forgot all about it. You know what I mean? Sat there. You know what I'm saying? So, last Christmas, right? I got a. Yeah, saying here. Oh, I got this book, this Bruce Springsteen book, and I'm not like a rabid fan of Bruce Springsteen, right? Because, like, you know what I'm saying, man? He's cool, but I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not like a huge fan of Bruce Springsteen. But I got this book. I love his first albums with Mad Dog Lopez up to like, I say Born in the USA, all perfect records. With the exception of the second disc of The Rivers kind of, But all perfect records, man, up to that point. So I read his little biography, man. I liked it because he really comes out like, you know what I mean, believable. Now, my man Bruce Springsteen's talking about his big audition to go see John Hammond. John Hammond's the dude who discovered Billie Holiday, Bob Dylan. He was a man, right? He was Columbia Records, right? He writes, Boss Man writes, I had no acoustic guitar of my own, so I borrowed a cheap one with a cracked neck from Vinny Skibott's Maniello, my old Castile's drummer. He had no case, so I had to haul it midnight cowboy style over my shoulder on the bus and through the streets of the city. It's a hokey feeling, as if you're showing off and are about to burst into song at any moment. Bare guitar in my hands, Mike and I walked into John Hammond's office and came face to face with blah, 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 blah. So he talks about it. You know what I mean? And then the next page, after he plays a little show at the end of the night, at the bitter end, or where was it? Max's Kansas City, right? With Skibott's junk guitar, the sword we just pulled from the stone, now proudly, nakedly slung over my shoulder, we had a celebratory cheeseburger, and floating down the street, jumped into the cab to head for the village. I was 22 years old. So what does this have to do with your stupid Gretsch and your case and all this other stuff? Well, let me open some things for you and just show you something right quick. First of all, I want to open the old case here, man. The old briefcase, man. Look at my briefs. Let's take a good look at my briefs, yo. Alright. Now, Frank Maniello. Right? Let's get this thing straight up here. Frank Maniello driver's license from 1964. That's the dude's father, man. Maniello, right? Frank Maniello. This is his father's stuff, man. St. Rose of Lima Church. That's where Bruce Springsteen went. Look at it. 1960, summer 65, man. I don't know, man. Let's see here. There's Vincent Maniello right there, man. It's the same dude I met, man. Little kid. This is probably around the time where he met Bruce Springsteen. Autographed picture of Vinny Maniello. Right on, man. Right on. There's all kinds of stuff in here. You know. everything, anything shop. Frank Maniello. Look at this. This is the year Bruce Springsteen was born. Freehold, New Jersey. Right? The same town. 1949, right? This is his mother, right? I think Maniello was born before Bruce. But anyway, isn't that crazy, man? How you could just take this out of the trash for no, like, you know what I mean? Not even connect it until years later. That's just insane. And if you even want to go even further, I told you I don't mess with pockets inside of guitars, man. I like to keep them. I like keep them intact, man. I don't take people's stuff out of there when I get their guitar. I just leave it there, sort of like, you know what I mean, like changing a new car, a new used car. Let's put this guy down here, carefully. All right. So this is the case, man. Look at those strings, man. It's like, ooh, my old tuner, yes. Some old tissues and shit. Look at that, a Wawa Sweet and Low packet from like the 70s, man. Some of this stuff is mine, some of this stuff is not mine. This is not mine. Municipal Court, Township of Howe, Vincent A. Maniello. See here, 1976. That's before Guitkit, shortly before Guitkit, but before him. Look at that. A bunch of tickets for Vincent Maniello. So, I'm telling you, man, the Guitkit, it's so ironic, right? That the case, right, that Bobby G bought to protect his guitar because of his friend's big break gig was the missing piece in the broken guitar, you know what I'm saying, that Bruce Springsteen used on his big night, man. Isn't that some kind of karmic fucking weird shit? Doesn't really make a difference, but it's pretty fucking cool. Taste the groovy Gretsch, man. My old baby. My old baby. Haven't seen you in a while, groovy Gretsch. Cause you're the vanishing girl. The vanishing girl. Oh yeah, she'll give you a twirl. And she vanishes from my world. So burn my letters everything. I leave just one line a day. The whole street's talking about my white shirts looking so gray. When she goes, it makes up for the time she's not in. It's all forgotten. When she goes, I'm putting it on the road. There it is, man. The Vanishing Gretsch, 1960. Definitely one of my favorites. Peace be with you, Guitkit peoples. Thank you, Swang.